do not adjust yourself to like the trendy topics, you're almost gonna be ignored. But there's a point where you also say to yourself, "Look, I I gotta speak my mind. I'm just going to flow with my feelings, and I know that I'm talking about things that are relevant, and people will find out. But I'm just gonna keep on with this culture, with this um, philosophical stance, where I believe that we gotta talk about what is most important, and this of course changes depending on where we are located in our lives, in our own personal lives, and there are things that have called my attention. They have given me some degree of thrill somehow, and yeah, it's been interesting. It's been nice to feel the thrill of you know doing research on certain topics that have caught my attention. Well, I'm going to talk about UFO Day. Um, it's celebrated every July 2, and yesterday was July 2. So I'm just selecting here, some stimulus for the mind, which is, reading an article that I chose here. I just typed here something. I googled something. Of course, I'm going to speak about this. I think I definitely my stance is that though I don't have like too much first-hand evidence of UFOs or of extraterrestrials. You know, I have first-hand, of course, evidence, but it is not verifiable, unfortunately, because UFOs are not like a petri dish or like a bacteria or like a virus or some kind of electrical contraption that can be measurable, and thus me being able to like demonstrate or show that what I'm talking about is not BS. So okay, this article I'm just going to read, and it'll serve as a stimulus to thinking. For example, it says here, this is an article from, let me see, what is the publishing house here. This is firstpost.com. So, World UFO Day 2020, how UFO enthusiasts mark 2 July, history and significance of the day. So, one of the major aims of the day is to raise awareness about the possible existence of UFOs and aliens, intelligent beings from outer space. The day is also used to encourage government across the world to declassify their knowledge of UFO sightings throughout history. Excuse me, I hate to cough, but I also love to cough because it somehow clarifies the windpipes. And I hate it because I don't like to expose your ears, the ears of my beautiful audience, to cacophonic sounds. Okay, so the point is that, well, what can I tell you? I have had first-hand evidence of UFOs, and I've seen some footage that is very real, and the world knows that there are some there is some footage that is real, and though not everybody has first-hand experiences, first-hand contacts or encounters, you know there are other people who have them, and it is very logical that their experience is not going to be it's not going to be objective, or it's not going to attain the level of truth as there is no way to share the experience, right? I mean, like, or you can share it only at the present moment, but of course, if like you're in the middle of the forest, maybe close to your cabin, maybe you're doing some felling, or you're doing some gardening, whatever, or farming animals, raising cows, whatever, and then you're in the middle of the day working, and then suddenly a spacecraft comes. You perfectly know that this is, well, not perfectly, but some people, I mean, come on, we're human beings. We more or less get to to know when something just swishes in, like just like for example, a UFO, a flying saucer. It actually lands and starts like glowing in very, very uncanny ways, and then suddenly a door opens, a latch, whatever, and then there's this being floating, and it comes down, and it maybe touches you, or it invites you to get on the spacecraft, and then you get on board the spacecraft, and then you see that the spacecraft is wider inside than it is, or than it looked like from the outside. I mean, and maybe they do something to you. Maybe they speak to you through telepathy. I mean, things that are just out of this world, outlandish. And you come back, you are in shock. Maybe you don't feel like eating. Maybe you are in awe. Maybe mind boggled, whatever. And people start, asking questions, and then you are always like, maybe a little bit like the dilemma is, well, should I say? No, I'm going to say, but they are not going to believe. And if they believe what? I mean, I know what I saw, and I know what I experienced. I got there. I met these people. This is an amazing, marvelous experience. I mean, you feel. I mean, this can be a crisis. It can be a shock. Or it can be a shock. I remember, well, I'm going to tell you about this French painter later on. But let's go reading a little bit more about, about what we celebrated yesterday, the UFO Day. So, World UFO Day is celebrated annually on 2 July and is dedicated to unidentified flying objects. The first World UFO Day was celebrated in 2001 by UFO researcher Hackton Akdogan. To be honest, cross my heart, I don't know this guy. I don't know this researcher. So I'm gonna find out. And believe me, I have been reading many things about UFOs and ufology, for many years. And well, let's go ahead. So one of the major aims of the day is to raise awareness about the possible existence of UFOs and aliens, intelligent beings from outer space. Well, that I read also. It's just that here, it's typical that when you're late, reading a news article, they repeat the same thing all the time. It's like, there's a lot of what do you call paja, like on non-transcendental. I mean, when you're giving a news, why do you have to be repeating the same thing all the time? I don't like that. That's like a technique, a strategy, just to fill up the spaces with non-essential, things. So, according to a report in DNA, earlier there used to be 2 World UFO Days on 2 July and 24 June. However, in 2001, an organization called World UFO Day Organization, WeFoto, decided to celebrate this day on 2 July as this was the day most UFO enthusiasts gathered to show evidence, quote-unquote evidence, they had collected to support theories of extraterrestrial life. Theories of UFOs first came into being after the Roswell incident. So, well, I'm not going to repeat that because it's always the same thing. I just hate that, Roswell and blah, 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 blah. This is what happened. I mean, guys, you find out about it, and don't think that I'm being rude at you. If you're really interested in this topic, well, you gotta, work your ass off. You have to, like do some research, get to reading, or you can just, have a despondent attitude and say, no, I don't care. That's all just BS. That's only lies. I don't want to distract myself with things that are not important. There are other important things in life that I should care about. Well, it's up to you. I'm just telling you, you want to know, you got to work your ass off. You got to bone up on it. It's like, you have to make an extra effort to be able to see, to find out, to get closer to what many people are talking about. And well, by the way, I'm still on my day number 6. I'm tensing the muscles of my thighs. It's working out pretty good. So I have explained in previous videos what my method is, which I call simultaneity, and the portable gym, which is actually what I'm doing every day. I am also, like programming my automatic pilot, that human being, that sort of like duplicate, or that namesake, whatever you want to call it, this double of yours that inhabits each one of us, that inhabits you, that is in you, the automatic pilot, the guy who takes, charge of certain activities. He will not take charge. He's responsible of performing certain activities that are, so-called automatic. Like, for example, driving. Well, you can, carry on doing other things, like having conversations with your relatives, with the people that are, traveling with you as passengers in the car. And well, it's up to you guys. But I'm on it this time. I promise. It's like when I quit smoking. I said, I'm tired of this shit. I don't want to smoke cigarettes anymore. And many of my friends, know that I used to smoke, and I even turned into like electronic cigarettes and all that bullshit. No, no, no. It just doesn't help. I just had to quit. I started smoking when I was 18 years old, more or less. 18 years, 17, maybe one or two cigarettes, just exploring. Well, not even exploring. I mean, come on, exploring. What's that crap? Well, the thing is, I went on smoking, and then I just got to a point where I was rehearsing with a friend. We were playing together. We were actually, having a lot of gigs, playing here and there in different places, pubs, bars, parties. Did we do parties? Yeah, maybe one or two. Cafeterias, many cafeterias. And then rehearsing at home, rehearsing a lot of hours every day, and it was just smoking and smoking and smoking and smoking. I was just billow. My brain was billowing smoke. So I finally was able to quit when I turned 43, or when I was about 43 years old. I'm very glad. Smokes, they're wonderful. I mean, cigarettes are wonderful. They're nice, but they harm your health. They cause you a lot of problems. Or in my case, they cost me a lot of problems. Small, minute problems, but that wind up being serious problems. Because then you become a slave to smoking. Oh, I need a cigarette to relax. What a stupid thing. What? Can't you relax on your own? No. Well, go ahead and smoke. You become dependent. Oh, no, don't look at it that way. Well, I don't care. I quit smoking. It's a statement. I don't smoke anymore, and I'm happy. And that took, some working, some effort, because I was really trying hard to quit, and it was so difficult. I even spoke to people from the double A's, the Anonymous Alcoholic sort of like associations or groups that exist here in Mexico. I wonder what the equivalent is in English. Maybe it's an international franchise, whatever. And they would tell me, that they could actually quit, drinking, but smoking was even tougher. I said, what? Oh, thank you for being so motivational. Well, but anyways, I don't smoke, and I'm glad that I got rid of that crap. So theories of UFOs first came into being after the Roswell incident. On 29 April, the Pentagon released 3 short videos showing unidentified aerial phenomenon. On 27 April, this is not the Roswell incident anymore. This is talking about a very recent thing. I think 2004. I mean, it started in the decade of the 2000s. So on 29 April, the Pentagon released 3 short videos showing unidentified aerial phenomenon. They call it UAPs because they don't want to seem that they are not serious. I mean, come on, a military talking about UFOs. Come on, no. That is going to soil our reputation. Bullshit. It's a UFO. It's an unidentified flying object, and I don't care whether you want to call it unidentified aerial phenomena. Come on. Shh. It's just some people, sometimes they are just stupid. On 27 April, the Department of Defense said that the videos were taken by U.S. Navy pilots, and you can see the videos, guys. They're available there on YouTube. U.S. Navy pilots in 2004 and 2005. This is the years they took those videos, and these have been circulating on the internet since, and being leaked in 2007 and 2017. Well, however, according to NASA, no astronaut has seen a UFO in space. Oh, come on, NASA. I mean, you are sometimes, bunch of guys, you want to be too serious, but you are so ridiculous sometimes, no astronaut. I mean, come on, speak on behalf of all of them, huh? So arrogant people must be in NASA, right? Or at least they become so arrogant when it comes to talking about the filthy topic of UFOs. No, please, we're scientists. Don't give us that crap. Come on, NASA guys. I mean, I don't care. Don't think that you are too much of an authority for me, Well, according to it, not everything they saw was immediately identified, but no other. But on the other hand, there's no evidence whatsoever of anyone seeing an alien spacecraft. I mean, that's stupid. Is that a statement? That's so ridiculous. Come on, please. We do it, for the benefit of the people. We don't want to talk about something that is not certain, and we don't want to, scare the crap out of the people. So what we're gonna say is just we're gonna remain very, very low profile or low. We don't want to rock the boat here. We don't want to scare anybody. So we're going to say that, they just remain unidentified. Come on, you see those videos. Look at those videos of the Nimitz incidents, of the Nimitz encounters, and you will see that. This telephone is just bugging me with. It's just Google bugging me all the time with its demands. Do this, do that. We offer you this, we offer you that. You have a backup here. We're gonna give you this. We're gonna give you that. Google will do this. I mean, and there are 1,000 surveys. Oh, just answer this question, and you will reach level number 2 of a Googler. I mean, fuck you. Come on, it's ridiculous. Select a backup frequency. Never. Done. I don't care. I'm going to lose it all. I prefer that. It's just so ridiculous. So, the thing is, let me see this. There's another video here. Oh, okay. My mother posted the video. That's cool. I'm going to post that video too. It's a video where I am singing with my nephew. And he sings pretty well, pretty awesome. Congrats, dear Lucio. You are really awesome. And he speaks amazing English. It's just like you listen to him and you say, what? Well, he's the example of a Mexican guy who really, has studied, has done, he's done magic. He just speaks perfectly. So congrats to him. We feel very proud. We feel very happy. And sorry, I don't intend to put you on the spotlight or anything like that. I'm just feeling, expressing my feelings of, feeling so glad for that. Well, anyway, so this ridiculous thing, and that's the article. This is First Post. Come on, First Post. Is that all you can give us? Oh no, that's not a serious article. Come on, guys. So, well, we have another article, World UFO Day 2020. What we have here is UFO sightings and Pentagon videos, okay? Sometimes, newspapers, how they work? They're just looking at each other. What did they publish? Okay, copy it. What did they publish? Okay, copy it. Just, like change a little bit, modify the sentence a little bit, but just publish the same thing. And that's what all the industry of, sometimes, it seems like all the industry, the so-called breaking news industry is doing, right? They're just copying. Why can't you just publish something, riskier, like thinking maybe, right? Not just, copying information and so ridiculous. Well, UFO, this is from NDTV. And they say, World UFO Day 2020, sorry. UFOs have grabbed headlines frequently this year after the Pentagon released the 3 videos showing unidentified aerial phenomena. What I hate about all this is that, the Pentagon is supposed to be like, if the Pentagon publishes it, then we can believe. And then you see the guys from the Pentagon, and they are very arrogant. They just feel like they own the world. And they are always, Homeland Security, Homeland Security, Homeland Security. We're going to protect our spaces. They really believe that they are the owners of parts of the planet. And it's just so disgusting, and they speak very hard, and they are always shouting, and they are killing people, and their veterans come back, and they are just, with their minds shattered, and they suffer a lot, and war is horrible, and if there was more intelligence in in the way of exerting diplomacy, on the side of, American diplomats, maybe, many wars would be avoided, but, it's terrible. I was working in an embassy, and it was horrible to work there. So I can tell you, those diplomats, the Indian diplomats, terrible, very arrogant. They just were signing papers here and there, just going to feasts, having, receiving people, from the delegations that were supposed to be very important, and, and their hierarchy and all that. And for me, it was just, wow, this bunch of guys, they are just robbing the people of India. It's amazing. It's a fraud. It's just they are what do they really do for the benefit of somebody? I mean, come on. I was there 2 years and 2 months, and it was horrible to be there. It was really horrible. I almost regret having worked there. But well, in any case, I'm just gonna go on here doing the, this talk. I want to think. I want to go on with my ideas and sharing with you guys. So let me open the restream chat here, so that maybe if you got any ideas, you want to make some comments, you can always write your comments. I appreciate them. And okay, we have it. What is this? Come on, guy. Gotta make some sense here. Why? Why is this? It's not supposed to open completely like that. Oh, okay. Okay, I got it. There's a little window here that I had to like maximize. I'm just modifying its size. Well, that's part of using the computer. Pandemic times. Such a disgrace for humanity. We must be learning a lot of things. Okay, guys, well, here we are. So I'm going to send some greetings. Greetings to my friends. Greetings to my friends. My best wishes to you. Wanna join with a comment? Well, if you want to, if not, don't worry. I'm not going to commit suicide. It's like, come on. And we got clear ideas. You just gotta follow your ideas. You gotta follow your intuition based on ideas. And my ideas are precisely that. We got to study. We got to be inspired. We got to be, I think that there are some ideas that are not that common. I do believe, I do appreciate the idea of the Eastern people. The I would call them, the practical philosophies of the Eastern world. That have to do a lot with what Buddhists do. Buddhist monks, Shaolin monks from China, from Tibet, from the Tibet, and the samurai, the sensei, all of these amazing meditational, practical, war orientated kind of philosophies, very practical. The idea of protection, the idea of physical culturism. I wonder if that is like the name that you would use. Let me see if I'm gonna maybe look for a better translation for that, because I thought that maybe physical culture, physical culturism. Let me see if that some word like that exists in English. Okay, so if not, what we can do is look for the translation in English, and then we have the right term: bodybuilding. Okay, that's it. That's what I meant. Sorry for my twisted words. But anyway, so and it's also the idea of the Greek, the idea of taking care of the body, of shaping up the muscles, making sure that that we give them good maintenance, that we take care of them. And well, I am on it. I know that I am tensing. I am getting used to tensing my muscles all the time. But also, I gotta go on, I gotta go on working on myself, on my ideas. Let's separate here the words from the title. Beautiful. Thank you to the guys of OBS. They have actually worked out a pretty nice program. I love it. Just give me some time. I got no money now, almost broke. So I gotta find out, more income sources. And for that reason, also, I appreciate your support on Patreon. I think I have to somehow program in a different way this, but in the meantime, what maybe I can do is actually ask you to write to my WhatsApp. I think I'm going to include here another. Um, I'm going to include another text here, uh, giving you information on my WhatsApp so that you can always contact me there, and I can tell you what you can do in order to support. I can just give you my bank data. Well, okay, that makes me think that maybe what I can do now is open WhatsApp and take the information from there, and then just publicize it here so that you can actually help me. You can deposit money, and maybe you can buy stuff. But I think I will just prepare that. Not now, no, not now on real life, because I mean on live. Well, I'm going live now because I want to also cover other topics and sing songs and all that, and then I get distracted. But well, guys, that's how life goes. I think that it's all about uh, you know making an effort in order to like really be able to succeed in life. And I know that it sounds like a commonplace, but I was thinking precisely that today, that there are many things that we understand, but the understanding level is a very, very limited level. It's like the beginning of everything. It's like the beginning of really getting to know something. Like, for example, when I explain that, for example, if give me a second, if you really want to, for example, be able to apply, in order, if you want to make yours the idea that I am sharing with you, that I am so marveled about, the portable gym and simultaneity, these ideas are strong. They are very powerful. They are supposed to give you the possibility of redesigning your automatic pilot, and it can give you the opportunity to actually start building up your body amazingly. It's like I'm seeing those results. I'm tensing my muscles. I'm doing exercises all the time. It's like, not even, it's just like, imagine that somebody asks you, hey, would you like to be able to program your body in such a way that you were doing exercise all day every day, and that you didn't get tired, and that you were working all your muscles at the same time? Imagine that were possible. Imagine that you were able to do that you were able to work in such a way that you are seeing your bodies get better and better every day. And imagine that you are just doing exercise, and you don't even think, you don't even have to think about it. And then maybe you might ask, but how is that possible? Where do I go to get that? Who's the trainer? Who's the coach? Where's the gym where I can get that? Well, I tell you, well, no, guy, there's you can't get that. That doesn't exist nowhere. It's just an original idea by this guy called Jaiwi, because he's combining several ideas. He's talking about the Oriental philosophies and martial arts, and practical philosophies that there exist in these places. Places like Japan, like ancient Greece. With the Olympics. Oh, the Olympics, yeah. Training for, no, 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 no. Wait a second. It's not just doing exercise in order to be. It's not just bodybuilding in itself. Oh, it's the Japanese katas. No, yeah, I know the Japanese katas. These choreographic or choreographed or these choreographies, these sets of movements that are automized in order to, that are also used in boxing and many other, ring disciplines. Well, no, it's more than that. It's actually not that only. It's something that you have to listen to. You can listen to his videos, and then he will give you tips and recommendations. And it's not a matter of understanding. He says, it's not like you will just understand his ideas and that's it. No, you got nothing. And he says that, actually, if you whenever you're given an explanation and you understand, this is just like the beginning. It's almost as if you got nothing. It's not diminishing the power of understanding. Understanding is very important, but it's the very first stage of the real process of knowledge. So what is knowledge then? Well, what I'm telling you, I can teach you, I can explain to you what this idea of the portable gym is, and you may understand and you may understand pretty well and even feel very motivated by this idea, but that doesn't mean that this idea has become yours yet. You have just understood it. You have just been able to like grasp it, touch it, feel it. But the real knowledge will take a lot of time. So this is my point. And so it is very important to understand that, knowledge is basically like that. That's why sometimes it feels like it is very complicated, because we are taught many things. Like, for example, I tell my students, English. You want to study a language, not only English or French or whatever, and they ask me the typical questions. What is the most difficult language? No, it's not that I'm going to tell you that there's a difficult language out there on the planet that you can consider the most difficult one. And I know that this is going to be a little controversial because many people are not going to agree with me. But what I say is, the most difficult language is the one that you don't study every day. So if you study Chinese or Russian or French or English, and you study it every day, and you're looking up your words, and you are practicing sentences, and you are thinking, and maybe you are making your flashcards, or you're reading your books, you're listening to your programs, you're writing your letters, you're writing your paragraphs, your essays, and you are beefing up on it every day, just without, then the language is going to, you're going to open up the door. It's like you're going to become the owner of the key that will open the door into like really getting to know the language. Well, that's the idea of knowledge. To know English is to study it every day. It's a habit. It's like, like going to the gym. Like, if you don't go to the gym every day or every week, you're suddenly going to become too loose, and you're going to worsen your shape. You're not going to be in good shape. You're not going to be doing well. Your cardiovascular system will start, losing capabilities, etc. So it is for real. You want it? You want to know? Well, just know that, it's not a matter of one day. It's not a matter of understanding. Your English is very bad. Well, it's just a result of you're not studying enough. Don't blame the teacher. Your English is not good, or your French is not good. How much time do you really dedicate to it? So it's the same thing here with the portable gym. The portable gym is an amazing idea. It's really an idea of, we can make it can inspire a movie, because it's an amazing idea. It's like, Karate Kid. Karate Kid is based on this idea of the master, the Japanese master. This guy who's gonna train the adolescent, the teenager. He wants to fight. He really wants to get, hard and deep into the discipline of the martial art of karate. Well, he's got to learn. He's got to practice. He's got to be there every day. And he might not like it. He might even feel confused. But if he works on, he goes on working, he's really going to get the power of knowing, because knowledge is power, guys. But it's not power. It's nothing when you just understand. That is my point. So, for example, when we're talking about UFOs and all that, you start, saying, oh, yeah, I understand. Well, yeah, you understand that we are not alone in the universe because the universe is enormous. Yeah, well, that's nothing. It's almost like saying something very superficial. It doesn't really help anybody. I mean, everybody knows that. Yeah, the universe is everybody understands that, probably, because we don't really know what it means to really be in the universe. We understand, but understanding is okay. It's necessary. Understanding has a purpose in life, and it is very understanding. It's very understandable, and it is logical, and it is necessary, and it is necessary. Yeah, but it is not enough. And there are things that can only be understood, because in order to know them, there's a very long way. There's a very long way, and sometimes the way goes beyond our generation, beyond our individuality. But for example, the portable gym, I think it might take you at least, according to some research by University College London, more than 2 months to really get into the habit. I mean, forget about the myth of the 21 days. That's crap. That's not true. I didn't quit smoking after I had already, accomplished 21 days without smoking. Forget about it. No. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Truth is disappointing, but remember, it is truth in the end. So at the end, so you must understand that understanding is not enough. You understand? Well, how good? But you're at the very beginning. It's like the race started and you just took your first step. There's a long way to the end. And this is not my being arrogant. I'm really trying to help here. I'm just trying to say, guys, you got to work much harder. We all got to work much harder. I got to work much harder because this portable gym idea of mine is just something that I am understanding now. I am on the 6th day. And there's a long way to 2 months or 3 months or maybe 500 years because 400 years, 500 days, sorry, which is maybe 500 days or maybe a year doing, muscular tension every day, all day. Maybe after a year, then I will say, yeah, finally I have become a master of this idea. And not even that day will I just, get too loose or confide or trust too much. I'm still gonna go on fighting. It's gonna be probably easier at that moment not to fail, not to go backwards and start lagging. No, but now the danger is there because I am still in the understanding. I'm still devising strategies to make sure that I am there, that I am tensing, that I am bringing the portable gym with me. This is the most important point, to bring with me, to make it mine. You understand? So guys, I know that many of you just pay your memberships to the school or to the gym and you don't go to do exercise. You have not gone into the discipline and you give yourself a lot of pretexts, excuses and bullshit. Yes, you know that. We all do it. So I'm not going to criticize you guys. I'm going to criticize myself all the time and say, come on, get to work, get to do it. Well, anyway, so World UFO Day this year became more interesting after videos released a month ago by the Pentagon brought discussions of identified flying objects, flying saucers, and sightings of bright blue light in the sky into the mainstream. In the United States, often than not, we have heard of UFOs being talked about by governments' top defense departments. World UFO Day is marked every day on July 2. UFOs grabbed attention after the Roswell incident in New Mexico sometime, blah, blah. You see? All the newspapers do the same thing. They start just repeating the same shit. UFOs have hit headlines frequently this year. In May, reports reveal details of the encounters that U.S. Navy pilots have had with unidentified aerial phenomena off the east coast of the United States. The incidents came under the spotlight in the backdrop of 3 videos released by Pentagon officially on April 29, showing unidentified aerial phenomena, much to the delight of UFO enthusiasts. Well, yeah. Much to the delight of UFO enthusiasts. I mean, we should, sometimes, treat these sentences with some suspicion. Because, in the end, for example, I know what I saw. And I had an encounter. And you cannot verify it. You might not trust me. You don't have to. But I know what I saw. I saw a spacecraft. It was very close. I was a boy. Many other things that are crazy. You say, what? Really? Are you talking seriously? Did this happen to you? What can I say in a conversation? I can just say, look, man, I don't even want to give you more details of my account because you're just not going to believe me, and maybe you're just going to discredit me, or just not talk to me, or think, you will just think that I'm crazy. And maybe it's not just my not caring about you thinking that I'm crazy or not. That's not the point. The point is that maybe you're going to close. You are going to inadvertently close some opportunities to me. So I rather stay you know, remain silent. Stay clear from disclosing things. Because it's like, for example, if you don't believe in God, should you disclose it or not to people? No, because people, they feel insulted, they feel disrespected, they don't allow you to register in their schools, they won't give you work, to do, or they won't hire you. So sometimes you say, wow, people have so many prejudices that sometimes it's better to just, remain silent. And in any case, I cannot verify it. I was in awe. For me, it was wonderful to live that, to experience that. And I know many things. I know many things. I have lived many things, amazing things. Not that I am being selfish, but I just don't want to be destroyed, discredited, or disqualified by people. And it's just sometimes, I wouldn't like to act too, in a rush, like by just disclosing it and saying, "Oh, I don't care." No, because that can just backfire me. People have prejudices, and they might not want to. They will close opportunities. They will segregate you. They will somehow do something that. I mean, it happens. It happens. Anyways, okay, let's go ahead. So, in a statement dated April 27, the Department of Defense said that the videos were taken by Navy pilots in 2004 and 2005 and had been circulating on the internet since they were leaked in 2007 and 2017. The aerial phenomenon observed in the videos remain characterized as unidentified, the Pentagon said in its statement. The release of these videos showing UFOs created a huge buzz on the internet. A video of one of the latest UFO sightings went viral in January when the Popocatépetl volcano in Mexico erupted, spewing lava and clouds of ash into the sky. The footage of the eruption had a mysterious white light floating from left to right across the volcano, leading to speculation about everything from aliens to unexplained natural phenomena. According to news website SOTT, government-run webcams had captured the explosion on camera. Tired of, oh yeah, those videos have been edited, that's bullshit, I haven't seen anything. Of course, I mean, we don't need to hear that. I mean, it's more interesting to hear, like people who have seen things, strange things. Just put aside your rationalizations and your reasons and all that. Just describe the facts. What happened? No problem. We understand that we cannot verify it. Maybe there's going to be amazing coincidences, like that's what you see in many witnesses and testimonies. When you check out many testimonies of ufology, you see that there are amazing coincidences. And of course, there's always a bunch of rationalist guys trying to explain that away. And I don't give a shit. I have read it. I'm just tired of that. In the end, I just know something. I know what I saw. I know many people have seen things. I cannot believe. Believe is not an artificial thing. Believing. You believe in what you can verify, what you can see, what you can contrast, what you can repeat. If you can't, there's no need to try to force things. You can't. That's the point. And if you can't, you can't. That's it. But if you saw something, well, it's amazing. It's telling you something about the universe. Consider yourself lucky, fortunate, because you were able to see. You were able to meet these guys, these ETs. People are not going to believe you. They should not be able to believe you. They have no tools to believe you. Maybe what they can say, well, I believe in you because I know what it happened to me too. Well, I guess that's what happens with UFO enthusiasts. They talk to each other, they share experiences, and but we have to be, we have to stick to the truth. We have to be honest. So for me, what I saw, what I witnessed, that spacecraft, that blue light. I also saw that blue light. I was 9 years old. Amazing things that I saw. I can just say that, I just sometimes think about it, and sometimes I don't. I just forget it. Sometimes it's months, and I don't even think about it. But it's like when you see something, and because you cannot repeat it, because you cannot share it. I mean, you can share it with the language, you can share the account, but you cannot. You cannot have other people um, attest. So, is that disappointing? Well, you can live with it. On the one hand, it is disappointing, but on the other hand, it is amazing because then you say, wow, it happened to me. So I know for sure. Unfortunately, I know something that is true, but I cannot demonstrate it, so it cannot be true for all. So is it really true? It's very easy. I don't even get confused with it. It's like many things in the universe are not true until one day, everybody can see it. And there's some progress, with these videos released by the Pentagon, because somehow, they're amazing. It's authentic footage. We can still think about, like the Pentagon trying to cook something, rig something. You can still do it. You can still rationalize it. You can say that you don't trust the Pentagon. I don't trust the Pentagon anyways, but I've seen the interviews by the Navy pilots. I saw the videos and I said, well, they look amazing. They look amazing. They seem to be true. But what is the real thing? What is the only thing that I can really believe in is just what I lived, what I experienced, because that I have first-hand evidence of. The Pentagon might be the Pentagon, but I wasn't any of those FA-18, jet pilots. So they saw it. I'm not going to be disrespectful. I can just tell them, wonderful. It's amazing what you saw. That thrills me, but don't expect me to believe you. I can't. I don't have the first-hand evidence. That's it. It's the natural way. Believing. It's not a question of faith. This is why I do not agree with the church, with the churches, with the temples, no. No, just let's leave the act of believing where it is supposed to be. You believe in something because you see it, because you attest it, because you feel it, because you can verify it. I believe in electricity. I believe I can walk. I believe I can talk. I don't need more. I don't need confusions. The Bible may say a lot of things. I don't have the authority to say you're wrong. And when I have the first evidence to say, this is wrong, and I see it, well, I would say, this is not true. Sorry for the guys who respect so much the Bible. I respect it too, but when the Bible states something that is not true, I'm not gonna have fear. I'm not gonna feel fear, to say no. I don't agree. This is not true. Evidence is demonstrating here that what the Bible said, for example, about the creation of the earth, is completely false. Totally false. I don't care. I mean, I care for the truth. Should I care for the people who get angry? Yeah, sometimes I do. If I'm among fanaticists or religious fanatics or fanatics, whatever, I'd rather be silent. I just don't want to start debating with them. It's of no use.